Welcome back to the Sardine News.
Yeah, welcome back, Sardine News. We are going to start at Kent's Bay in Marina Beach, where we're going to hold a fishing clinic in conjunction with Real Steve, and Ian, Logie, and Mydo. So, the wind was too strong, boy. Yay! And Ian had the brainwave. Let's move to Impenjati, which is a really cool spot, 7 kilometers south, and we were sheltered from the east. It was a beautiful place. You can pay to go in here, $40. And it's got braais. The toilets are a bit of a mess, but the staff were really good. They've got a card machine. And there you go. Let's let Ian talk this part through.
The Squidgitz bait does work in the estuaries. The Mydo lure does work in the estuaries. Remember, we've got rock salmon, we've got salmon, we've got kingfish. Grunter also taking a lure at the same time, guys. So there is a possibility for those different species right now on the clinic. There's not much difference on the tackle side of things. So guys, come here. I'm sure we'll have a great bit of fun. Presentation is a presentation when it comes to bait, regardless river or estuary is pretty much of a muchness.
All the fish and more.
Yeah, but anyhow, and you guys want to know why I'm catching so many bronzies? Well, I know they're fish, Sean. So guys, I'm just using, this is an example. Okay, I do use this rod, but I'm also using, I use a smaller scratchy stick as well. I use 2 different kind of chasers, or 3 different kind of chasers. First one, which is quite easy, is, like a normal canteen chase. Small hook, or small sinker, 2 small hooks. Number 8, number 9, or 1A, even a 2A hook. And it's been working, but on the small stick and the gullies. And the fish I've been catching is from me to the carway. You don't need to throw far for bronzies. They're in the farm. They're like right at your feet. So, guys, when it comes to throwing a bit far, there's a lot of fish. I like to use a normal single hook, like that. So number 1 hook. And what I do is I take a bit of Squidgitz. That's what it looks like. Okay, the head, and the intestine. So obviously the tube comes here, and then you'll have the tentacles over there. So in the head will be the cartilage. So basically you hook through the cartilage and just weave that on, and then pull it up the line like that. I'll just show you now. So more is always better. Okay, so basically, like Sean said, you threw into the gully, and all you feel is grr, 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 grr.
Grr, grr, grr. Yeah, well, the camera ran out of battery or memory. I can't remember, but that happens a lot. So anyway, luckily the day before this clinic, we were at Sandwich Port. It was beautiful. Look at this. And we were invited by Ian, and so I thought it'd be a good idea to bring my camera. And we chucked it in here with some Squidgitz on. After Ian showed us how to do it, here he goes. There goes the camera. Woo! This is a lot of fun. Luckily, we didn't lose the camera. I've lost so many of these things over the years. Okay, so now the camera flying, he makes it into that beautiful water. It was quite warm, quite clean. And we go. Down, down, down. So I'm going to try and remember all the things that Ian taught us yesterday in this video today. I'm going to try and tell you all the things he taught. And one of the biggest things that stuck out to me was the fact that he uses a big blob of bait, because look at these things. Piranhas down there. That hook's empty already. Now, I'm not sure how long that bait was in the water, but you'll see that right now there's an empty hook coming up. Empty hook. So this is one of the things that Ian was trying to explain, that you'll see coming up just now, by the way. Why? That you got to put lots of bait, because it's those little blacktails and quarantine that come along and cause all the trouble and smack away, and they actually break that cotton one time. Then they Emilio, how's it? Then they, it's cleaned out. And then, but if you've got lots of bait on it, lots of cotton, then the bait will survive for long enough for the bronze bream to respond to all the Morse code that the little bait fish are sending out, all that underwater vibration. Anyway, here comes more action. And I think, I slowed this right down now because you can see what's going on. Who's that? Hey, this is a new species, by the way. I haven't filmed this guy before. Who's he? It's a wave garrick. We could have caught a wave garrick, but he doesn't seem to like the squidgitz. Look. The blacktail says, wow, thank you, I'll take those. And the carnage now goes on. Once that one blacktail goes in, the other ones all come in and it's just chaos. The tobies are in the game too. No, it's madness down there, eh? It's absolute madness. There, hook empty, back to the squidgitz jar. So we got to put lots on. I got a water drop on the camera. Very unprofessional, but it's a lovely place. Is a little bit dangerous. You can ask Emilio about the waves crashing in this pool sometimes. Emilio got knocked clean over the other day. Okay, another bait going out. That's me. Okay, I'm putting a sardine head because Ian is charging me R5 every time I bait up with his squidgitz. No, he's not, but I didn't have my own squidgitz there, and I wanted to just test out what a sardine head will do. And the irony of the fact is coming up, but okay, there's lots of irony in this here. First of all, the other fish don't really like it. They like the squidgitz. They want it's good. Check how they're chasing it, eh? You'll see they eat the squidgitz off the sardine head first. Little punks, eh? They don't want the sardine head, but eventually they devour the entire sardine head. There's that little blast hook is in the mix. And look how fast the bait's moving. That's something that I was trying to explain yesterday in my presentation at the clinic at Impenjati, is that these moving baits, they really work. Now that bait's just hanging out, but when it moves, look. Look how that guy is specifically going for the squidgitz. Anyway, let's keep going because interesting stuff is going to happen shortly. That's a stone bream. They are after that bait, but they really want the squidgitz. Look at that guy. So he just sneaks around the corner and grabs them. Chelsea, stop making those noises. And this is slow motion, but that is chaos at full speed. It is just carnage down there. Absolute madness. They're beautiful fish, those carras, eh? Look how many. No wonder the bait disappears so fast. So that's the whole thing here. You've got to put lots of bait on because they just chow it up. Alright, I think I'm going to throw it again, and I'm being a little bit lazy over here because I'm just going to chuck the same thing again. A little bit of cinematic stuff, and yeah, to show you the waves, you've got to watch out, boy. You can get knocked right over backwards here like Emilio. Alright, here comes some odd action. And it takes a little while for it to get down, so it's probably about 8 foot deep, I don't know, maybe 6 foot deep. Sand bottom, luckily for the camera comes back. Hey, there's the blast off. They're always first, eh? Those guys never miss a trick. They're just always there on the button first, and then come the blacktail, and then come whoever else. Now, who is this? Who's that guy? Who is that? And look, he doesn't want the sardine head. He wants the squidgitz, but because I used the sardine head, I lost that fish. That fish would have been mine if there was enough squidgitz on that hook. Lesson learned. Lesson very well learned. But there's a bit more irony in this now. It's so cool to be able to see underwater like this because it's all guesswork before you know what means. What means is just, look at it. It's like 100 or maybe 20 fish all just nailing your bait. And next thing, what happened here? Believe it or not, on the sardine head, but there were squidgitz at the top. I put squidgitz first. So we got ourselves a little baby blacktail. Hey, that was cute, eh? Back he goes. Right, gonna cast again. This time it's squidgitz. The video is nearly finished, I think. I'm not sure how much longer it's gonna go. But it's very interesting, and I hope you learned as much as I have learned here. It's a bit roly-poly underwater there, and nothing I can do about that camera. If I mount it somewhere, you just miss all the action. So I'm trying to go with the current and with the action over here. This is too much fun. Okay, yucks, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a whole lot of things you can also do. You can book a fishing trip with us. They're all over the Sardine website. You can also buy Mydo lures. They're also all over the Sardine website. You can join the hotline. That's the place to be. Okay, back to the fishing. So I believe in a moving bait, and I've got so much camera to prove this and to show this. So what I got out is my little Mydo shad trace, and I put a beautiful little pencil bait on there, wrapped up with Squidgitz and cottoned on nicely. And I went in with my little ultralights, my little tiny rod, 1000 CMOS, beautiful thing, Okuma CMOS, so much fun with the wave power rod. And I went to the front there and I chucked it in and I'm winding along. It's got a tiny treble in the back because it's a shad trace in essence. Hey, next thing, bang, I'm on it. So yeah, I came second on this day of fishing because obviously Ian had caught a bronzy before I even got there. I'll show you that clip a bit later, but liking and subscribing and all that stuff. I'm just going to let this play out now. Ciao.